Every warrior throughout history didn't just train for battle. He prepared his defenses long before enemies appeared. He strengthened vulnerabilities. He anticipated attacks. He readied weapons. This is your battle too. Not against flesh and blood, but against an unprecedented assault on your visual purity. Job 31:1 says, "I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at a young woman." Job understood what modern science now confirms. What enters through your eyes eventually shapes what emerges from your life. This isn't just a spiritual issue. Visual impurity rewires your brain. It doesn't just damage your relationship with God. It fundamentally alters how you see every woman in your life. What begins as images becomes imagination, then intention, and ultimately identity. So how does today's warrior defend his mind? First, establish your battle plan before temptation strikes. No warrior enters combat without strategy. Set clear boundaries. Install filters. Create accountability. Second, understand the enemy's tactics. Modern temptation creates chemical dependency through dopamine hits. It uses algorithms targeting your specific vulnerabilities. Recognizing these tactics diminishes their power. Third, restructure your environment deliberately. Joseph didn't test his resistance against Potiphar's wife. He ran. Keep devices in public spaces. Charge phones outside bedrooms. Sometimes environment beats willpower. Fourth, develop instant response protocols. When visual temptation appears, immediate action is crucial. Close the screen. Change locations. Redirect attention. Make these responses automatic, not decisions you need to consider. Finally, understand this isn't just about avoiding sin. It's about becoming who God designed you to be. The goal isn't merely resisting temptation, but developing eyes that see women as God sees them. Not as objects for gratification, but as image bearers worthy of honor. Philippians 4:8 instructs us to fix our thoughts on whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, excellent, and praiseworthy. This means replacing, not just resisting. The world doesn't need more visually compromised men with divided hearts. It needs visual warriors who understand that controlling what enters through their eyes determines what eventually emerges through their lives. Your battle isn't just about behavior. It's about identity protection, guarding who God created you to be. Develop your defenses, establish your protocols, train your responses, guard your mind. The man who defends his visual purity doesn't just avoid sin. He preserves his very identity as a man created in God's image.